It's been great to hear so many testimonies about how Jesus is changing lives and families, but I thought today to think about how he's changing communities. One of the things that's been on my heart since being called to this parish so many years ago is how do you bring about change amongst other people? I think from an early stage of my Christian life, one of the passages that's meant a lot to me is from Genesis 12, where in the promise to Abraham, God says, through you all peoples will be blessed. That's a great promise, but how does it happen? And I think over the years, Jesus has shown me that actually it's when we take his example seriously, specifically this example, that he hadn't come to be served, but to serve and give his life as a ransom for many. When we follow that example, that God uses that as a catalyst to bring about change. Certainly I've seen that in my time in Cheadle. From when I first came here, only a couple of hundred people used to gather at Remembrance. Now over 2,000 do. But what brought about that change? I think God has shown me that just in small steps of self-sacrifice, he uses Christians to be that catalyst. I know for me, initially when I came, I got quite involved with the Civic Society and the Village Partnership and with the Shore Start Centre and things like that. But perhaps it all came to a head when we did the Jubilee together. Working with the chairman of the Civic Society at the time, God put it on my heart to say, let's do something that brings all the people of Cheadle together to do the same thing. Why not celebrate the Queen's Jubilee? And we wrote to 38 organisations in Cheadle, everybody we could think of who might be involved, and over 30 of them said, well, we come together. Not because it was political or the council, but because the church was enabled to broker sort of an impartial observer, if you like, and give a bit of a lead. And they all joined in, and we had over 6,000 people. And from that Jubilee Day, the Makers Market began, because the idea of a market sort of flowed from that. And Cheadle Socially Get Connected began, and a whole range of things that have blessed our community, leading right up to the present time through the Cheadle Towns Fund, of which I'm the elected rep. We've managed to pull in £13.9 million of funding for Cheadle. Who knew that a little bit of self-sacrificial service of the community could be a catalyst for so many things? But I think what Jesus was shown me is that actually that's how he always works. He uses like the mustard seed to grow into something big. He uses the yeast to leaven the dough. He uses Christian sacrifice to be the catalyst of transformation in a community.